What's going on there, YouTube? This is ODC, that's me, and today's action figure review will be of the Marvel Select Ultron. Yeah, big fan of this figure. By far, scale-wise, look-wise, detail-wise, this is the Ultron figure to get. Yeah, hands down, definitely the best Ultron that you could that's possibly out there. Sorry, as I open up my Red Bull here. Yeah, he looks absolutely great. Really digging this look. He is 10 times better than the Toy Biz version, which was kind of like magoo. When you looked at it, you were like, not very pleasing to the eye. I actually do own that Ultron figure, and I also own the Hasbro version, which I will be bringing in this video, so don't worry. I also will be doing a review of the Hasbro version, and this weekend I'm going to be continuing my Marvel figure review. Sorry, I'm having trouble thinking right now. So hence the Red Bull. But I will be finishing my Marvel Select figure reviews with the Marvel Select Venom. Sorry, I'm like brain farting. I better take a sip of this. Okay, that's better. But yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite Ultrons. Definitely my favorite look, and I think he's in scale. I think he's, Ultron should just be a little bit bigger than some of the Marvel Legends. And yeah, really digging the line work. The line work on here is really clean. I like that. Most of his lines are actually sculpted in and then painted in. You got some lines here that are just painted on, like his crotch here. Or his lower torso, I should say. Yeah, like most of this line work that's all sculpted. This is sculpted up here. Even his arms are sculpted, wrists sculpted, ankles, feet, underneath his feet, everything's sculpted. Yeah, I unfortunately do not have the packaging anymore. I've been trying to clear some room out because keeping packaging just doesn't make sense to me once I have the figure out. He's really not going to go back in, and it takes up way too much space. So, I mean, if I've already taken a figure out, there's really no point for me to put it back in the package. He did come with a base, and actually, I'll be right back with that base. Hold on one second. Okay, and we're back with his base here. Very nicely detailed. You got little Ant-Man right there and Wasp, and as you can see, you got some broken arrows here. Look like Hawkeye arrows, and he just kind of stands. There's peg holes in there. For some reason, I like that they sculpted the bottom of the feet to make it look like he's got the like rockets on the bottom of his feet, but his peg hold feet, they don't like to stay pegged in these holes. Let me try and get it in. You really have to push down hard on it to get it and kind of bend his knee. So there he looks good, standing on it. Let me just do this. There you go. So there's the real how it looks. So it looks good. Nice display piece, nice extra little piece they gave you. And yeah, I really like his size, like I said before. Really digging the face sculpt though. That's really where it's at. I mean, if you mess up an Ultron face, it can really make or break a situation, I think. Yeah, definitely looks really good. So, with that being said, let's get to his articulation. His head does move his left to right. Can do a full 360. Really good articulation with his head going back on a hinge and looking down also. His arms do go up about this far, go down. Can do a full 360. He's got a bicep swivel. He also has an elbow swivel and an elbow hinge. He's got a wrist swivel. No hinge on the wrist. I believe he has a glove swivel. No, he doesn't. Okay. It looks like a glove swivel right here. But he doesn't. He's got a diaphragm joint, which works pretty well. Would have preferred nab crunch, but it's okay. He does have ball jointed hips, which are on a T joint. So that's awesome. He's got an upper thigh swivel. Double jointed knees. There we go. And he's got a wrist swivel, ankle pivot, and a wrist swivel, ankle swivel, ankle pivot, and an ankle hinge. I always do that. God, I always say that. But yeah, so he's very easy to stand. My guy's a little bit loose. I mean, he was loose when he came out of the package, which is unfortunate. Usually I get pretty lucky with articulation being pretty tight on my figures. Most of them are usually not very loose at all. I believe I only got one really loose figure that besides him is my Doomsday, my DC Superheroes Doomsday, but yeah, he still stands fine. Like, he doesn't really, I mean, unless I pick him up and I start jiggling him around, then he starts moving, but he still stands fine, and he poses great. Like I said, I really like his articulation is just a huge step up. This is when this guy came out, this is when Marvel Select was really kind of stepping up their articulation and changing things from the old ways that they were doing them kind of more statuesque figures. Now they're actual, like, action figures, kind of close to Marvel Legends. So in my opinion, yeah, I think he's definitely in the right type of scale. To me, Ultron's supposed to be a little bit bigger. I mean, he's not supposed to be a giant, don't get me wrong, but he's, you know, let me bring in Punisher right here. Bring in Nemesis Punisher. So, I mean, he's not too much bigger than him. I think he's still in scale. There they are standing next to each other. I'll bring in the, let me go grab the Marvel Legends Ultron. I'll be right back. Okay, and here we have the Marvel Legends Ultron standing next to the Marvel Select. And as you can see, I mean, a huge difference in this versus that. I'll bring Punisher back in here so you get a nice 3-figure comparison here. So, I mean, set him back. You got pretty much around the same height here. If I put his legs together, he's actually taller than Ultron, and I don't think characters like Punisher should be taller. I just feel like, you know, Ultron should be taller. But you know, I mean, I like the face sculpt on this, but that face sculpt just crushes this one's. The paint job on this is a little iffy, especially the red on this. So, I mean, I'll be doing a review of this. I just really wanted to do a size comparison. But yeah, there you go. Huge difference there in just about everything. Do I recommend this guy? If I had to rate this guy, I'd probably give this guy a 9. I really think he's a huge step up from any other Ultron figure. He's by far, in my book, the best that you could buy out there. Most accurate to his traditional look. And yeah, I would highly suggest, I think he's definitely worth the money. I'm not really sure what he goes for. I bought this guy for $20 from my local comic shop. And yeah, I loved the figure as soon as I saw it. I had to get it. And he comes with this nice little base, like I said. So if you want to display him on the base, you can. And yeah, that's pretty much it for my review of the Marvel Select Ultron figure. Go out and grab one for yourself. He's worth it. Looks great. And let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys on the flip side.